We've got an interesting topic today because I feel like the Tesla Model Y, the brand new Tesla Model Y, the non launch Tesla Model Y that could be coming out pretty soon in these next few days, maybe even weeks, actually, maybe even today while we are live, is not going to be what people are expecting and could be a higher price, maybe thousands of dollars more than what we might be expecting. Inventory for the Tesla Model Y, the old Tesla Model Y, is basically down to zero. I'm still seeing some deals though pop up, but they are getting snatched up very, very quickly. And so Tesla could be on the verge of releasing the Model Y Launch Series Edition, non launch series edition, very, very soon. But I have a weird inkling, a weird feeling that this might not be what we want in terms of pricing. I think earlier months ago, I talked about how this pricing could be 45,000, 46,000, maybe even $47,000 because of a video that Lars in France talked about how the base price of the long range is like 46,990 or 45,990. But if we take a look at it, I know no one wants to hear this, but the new Model Y might potentially have a price increase in terms of the non launch series. And so here's my prediction. This doesn't seem like a good one, but here it is. Long range all wheel drive. I think it's going to have a starting base price of 49,990, which is about $2,000 more than the last legacy starting price for the all-wheel drive. I think the rear-wheel drive could also have a $2,000 price increase, and we'll talk about some of the reasons on why actually think this could be. And I think the rear-wheel drive could have a starting price of 46,990. Here's some of the reasons why I think this could be the case, and let us know what you think as well, and maybe comment down below on do you agree with my pricing or you don't agree. But I'm going to show you why I think this could be the case. Tesla knows that there is a ton of demand for the non-launch. A lot of you out there that don't want the launch series because of the added markup, but you want the non-launch and you think you're going to save the $8,000 to $10,000, which you will by not getting it. There's still inventory of the launch series, so they really need to make that spread between the two of the vehicles favorable so that people might, once they see the launch, the non-launch is 50K, they might be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I will just spend that extra thousands of dollars to get the launch series today and now instead of waiting months or a week or a few weeks for the non-launch. So because that there's still inventory for the launch series, which we've shown you in the past few days how to actually see it, you can take delivery of a launch series Model Y today in most markets. On top of that, Tesla did raise the price of the Model Y non-launch in their market by $1,380 in the China market from the previous generation. Here it actually is. You can see they raised it and they also added some incentives right off the bat as well. So maybe it won't be that bad, but I do feel like the long range could get an added price increase. China raised it by $1,380. And so that could easily translate for the US market, raising about $2,000. And lastly, the big one that everybody seems to be talking about right now, and we are still very unsure on how this will affect vehicle pricings across the whole automotive industry, is tariffs might cause competitors to raise pricing. And so if the competition has to raise prices, then Tesla doesn't have to raise prices because relatively the deal or the price of a Tesla will be a better deal instead of dropping prices to make that spread between the two vehicles. And so certainly that could be an interesting one as well. And to refresh the history books in our handy dandy price tracker that we have for the Model Y long range all-wheel drive, you can see before it ended, the all-wheel drive was 47,990 for the all-wheel drive, and the rear-wheel drive was 44,990 before the tax credit and other things like that. And so certainly, I'm starting to see posts like this, which is valid, right? Jeremy posted this. If you haven't taken delivery of the Model Y launch series, you should just wait. I'm sure the regular version will be out very soon. It doesn't have the level of hype that the Cybertruck Foundation series had. And I agree, yes. But at the same time, Tesla might make it in which the non-launch is not favorable, and it almost will make it seem like the launch series will be a good deal. I mean, we could easily see stuff where where like, hey, non-launch is out, you can order now, take delivery in a month, but it's going to be 5.84%. But the launch series could be like 3.99 or 2.99. They could be super flexible like that, because if they've got inventory, they need to roll it out and put some incentives on it. And so now the question is like, when will these changes happen? And we know Tesla likes Thursdays, doing things on Thursdays, and also Mondays and Tuesdays as well. I still believe that they're not going to change anything by the end of the month, but at the same time, it usually is about this time on Thursdays that they do something. And so maybe we'll be on standby as if something were to happen in these next few minutes, next few hours, whichever. But I certainly feel like it's going to be like the first or second week of April. But let us know what you think in that camp for sure. But the one thing is for sure is if you're buying any Tesla, whether it's a new Model 3, Model Y, S, X, or even Cybertruck, the one accessory that doesn't come with your vehicle is all-weather floor mats. And that's where our channel partner 3W Liners comes into play. So definitely check out their all-weather floor mat. This is by far my most favorite all-weather floor mat set that is better than all the different competition. I've tried all of them. Amazon, 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, all of them on all the different vehicles that we've had in the past. My favorite right now, it's so much is my favorite that I've got it on my Model 3 Performance, Model S or X, and Cybertruck, and also Model Y is the 3W Liner floor mats. And in fact, if you use our promo code Dennis, you can actually save 25% using the links down below in the description, which puts this one at like under $100 shipped, which is a really slick deal for sure. So definitely thank you to 3W Liners for partnering with us, and certainly don't forget this accessory, this must-need accessory, I think, for your Tesla vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on the pricing. Do you agree with it? Do you agree that with my prediction that's going to be $2,000? I mean, it could be $1,000, it could be $2,000, it could be $3,000. I mean, if we're watching and tracking that the launch series is still in inventory, I mean, Tesla's got to figure out the solution to that. They can't just have a more expensive vehicle sitting in inventory without any sort of promotions. We're seeing this right now with the Cybertruck Foundation series and how it has more incentives slightly than a regular Cybertruck. And so they certainly are going to figure out how to switch it up and incentivize those different vehicles that are out there. So you've been shopping for a Tesla recently, but the monthly payment has probably got you rethinking your budget. Instead of sacrificing and cutting back on a brand new Tesla and getting your dream car, why not save on your monthly phone bill? And that's where our partner Mint Mobile comes into play here. We've also been thinking about getting a new Tesla, and constantly I like looking at our bills, monthly subscriptions, trying to see where we can cut back. Things like Netflix, YouTube Premium, and much more. And that's where I've been able to save on my monthly phone plan by going to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month, and you can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone along with your current number and existing contacts. It's really easy to switch service thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, and it only takes 15 minutes. As you guys know, we've been traveling a lot pretty recently, so using Mint Mobile's mobile hotspot with our laptop has been pretty crucial and a game changer. So if you want to save money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked in the description, to get premium wireless starting at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic.